AV SuperFriends on Topic is an independent production wholly owned and operated by AV SuperFriends, LLC. For the highest quality recording of all of our shows, visit avsuperfriends.com. This is AV SuperFriends on Topic, a 30-minute monthly roundtable focused on a single topic. This discussion will be opinionated, to the point, and saturated with our well-known blend of painfully won expertise and deeply ingrained immaturity. For April 2026, it's the best-sounding and most freshly scented podcast in higher ed. This is the AV SuperFriends on Topic, episode number 69. By the way, if you do the math on that, at some point we crossed over like 200 full episodes of these shows a few weeks ago, and we completely didn't pay any attention to it. So,
this is our 200th episode, everybody.
It's 200 episodes.
200 plus.
That's
200.
it. So,
it's for our 14,600 listeners.
17,972.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where we're at? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Broadcasting live across 4 time zones from coast to coast, it's that special time of year when campuses pretend a fresh semester smell can cover up our nasty lecterns, our mystery cables, and that one conference room PC held together by hope and a long, long expired image. So grab your compressed air, shove those broken adapters into a drawer labeled maybe useful, and let's sweep out the bad ideas, bad firmware, and bad meeting energy. I'm Chris Dector. You're tuned in for another Friday afternoon podcast adventure. Our theme is spring cleaning. We'll get to that in a moment. And let's say hello to today's panel of spring cleansing experts.
Cleansers? Oh.
Our first panelist oversees the annual ritual of deleting old tickets, relabeling junk drawers, and pretending the cable inventory is now fully reconciled. He's a director of Vernal Systems Renewal from Kansas City. Say hello to Mr. Jamie Reinhardt.
Gotta be honest, had to dictionary that before we got started.
Vernal? Was it Vernal?
Vernal, yeah. At first I thought it needed penicillin or something, but it turns out it just means in spring.
That's got an extra R in there.
That's
so.
different.
Yeah, my bad.
Our next panelist develops best practices for cleaning up messy installs, mystery bins, and the sort of half-finished projects that everyone agrees just not to mention. He's a senior coordinator for operational hygiene from Corvallis, Oregon. Say hello to Mr. Mark Kolozinski.
Velcro, take those cables, just bundle them tight around Velcro, stash them off to the side, walk away.
Stuff them behind the TV so they don't fall out, walk away.
Jam it up there, it's fine. Yeah.
Little electrical tape goes a long way.
It's structural at that point.
Structural Velcro.
Our next panelist leads cross-functional spring cleaning initiatives, including dust removal, document purges, and the strategic concealment of long-ignored technical debt. He's an associate vice provost for environmental reset operations from Greensboro, North Carolina. Say hello to Mr. Larry Darling.
I have classrooms with both chalkboards and I have classrooms with graphite drawing courses. So yes, the dust removal is a thing we have to do.
You mean pencil lead?
No, it's graphite drawing. It's the art program. They do their own. Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody knows what they do. Art, it's
rubbings.
always a mystery. Yeah.
It is pencil, but it's more than pencil.
It's not pencil, it's
Don't
art.
you refer to this as a pencil, so that's not what this is.
And our final panelist provides executive leadership for the ongoing battle against dust, clutter, grime, and the institutional habit of shoving broken equipment into unlabeled cabinets. He's a vice president for filth mitigation from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Say hello to Mr. Justin Rexing.
That's an actual job on campus.
I kind of like that title, actually.
We actually
I'm
do
director
that,
of filth mitigation.
Pretty sure.
Well, I think when you introduce yourself, Justin, you have to be, I'm the vice president for filth
You guys
mitigation.
keep me as VP.
You want to pause in there.
Yeah. Filth. Got it.
So on today's show, we're going to discuss spring cleaning and what that means to all of us. And I'm going to explain a little bit what our take on spring cleaning here in a moment.
Set the basis of this, because it's a little bit different.
But first, some housekeeping. So if you're listening to this as a recorded MP3 while digging Cheeto dust out of your keyboard with an old multi-tool, it gets worse. Remember that we stream live on Fridays at about 3:15 Eastern or 12:15 Pacific, or whenever we get around to it. In this case, whenever Justin emerges from the festering heap of obsolete dongles, half-empty energy drinks, and shame. You can join us live for that on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where the content is hot and the studio air smells vaguely like burnt hair and old coffee. If you can't join us live, at least follow the AV SuperFriends on the socials, because you're an absolute grime goblin. We're on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Blue Sky, posting updates, clips, and whatever else we can salvage from the sticky biohazard adjacent swamp we call a content strategy. Please tell people about the show. Tell your coworkers, your friends, your sworn enemies, that one IT guy on campus whose office smells like hot plastic and unresolved trauma.
That's mine.
Just shove this podcast into their ear holes like you're emptying out a shop vac full of conference room crumbs, mystery fuzz, and fossilized remains of 10 years worth of faculty snacks. We need more listeners, frankly, and misery loves company. So if you want to support the show, please consider donating. Your money helps keeps this mold-speckled pirate ship afloat, keeps the lights on, and keeps our ongoing commitment to rolling around in the filthiest corners of higher ed, AV, and IT so you don't have to. That donation link is in the show notes, so scroll down there. Somewhere between the mildew, the sticky residue, and the smell that definitely means something in here is leaking. All that to be said, thank you for your support. We couldn't do this without you.
You guys ever have any technology that actually leaks?
Yes.
Isn't that fascinating when that happens? I'm going to say, Biden, you can share it. We're off topic already. Old Matrox lecture capture boxes.
Oh.
Those leaked fluid out of them at one point. I'm not really
Did it
sure
leak the
all
lectures
of
out?
them. I'm not sure what they were doing in there, but fascinating.
I don't.
I've had
It
some
might just
power
be an
supplies
Oregon
do that.
thing.
I've had Delight.
Oh yeah, those get sticky.
Delight.
They get sticky.
Delight.
Delight.
Yeah, Delight. They're
happy.
delightful.
They're not bright. They're happy.
They're delightful. But it seems to only be the tab tension units.
Yes.
And they leak oil like crazy.
Yes.
Also, stop buying tab tension things.
Yeah. Well,
Because they
leak.
leak.
Yeah.
All they do is either they come loose,
Tangled up, all wacky.
or they pull unevenly because, hey, did you know this? You have to adjust the tension on those tab tension lines. Most integrators don't know that, and they just stick them on the wall. So,
Yeah.
anyway. No, the thing I had...
That's where you just clip all the artwork and stuff too, right? Those
Yeah.
lines?
You pull on. That's where you grab to move it out of the way. It's in
Post-it
front of the
notes.
whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
I had a PTZ camera that the camera head itself was leaking, so it leaked out all the Z. I guess I don't know, but it was an old Sony
Top off your
broadcast
ZDT.
camera, big broadcast head
So
PTZ,
it actually had grease in it.
and yeah, it was clearly had. And this thing was pushing 20 years old, and it was way up there. So we get up there to take it down, like what? Oh, and it was everywhere. So
Have you ever reloaded an old speaker and put the ferrule fluid in there? You ever had the pleasure of doing that? No.
No.
Put
I'm
speaker
showing my
grease
age.
in.
Sorry.
Put in speaker grease.
That's what it was.
I don't have fluid problems like you all.
We'll get the show running longer. You will.
Anyway, what
All right,
what's
so
going on here?
today's topic is, and this comes from the old vestiges of which I think we are the last group still holding on to the actual topic of the month as set down in the standards of whenever that was in like 2020.
Shots fired.
Do we have a jingle for that?
Do we have a jingle for
Probably.
the topic of the
I
month?
bet we do.
Oh, of course we do.
I hope not.
Intern, play it. Intern.
If
did not
not,
play.
next
Why is
month
it not
we will
playing?
have it.
Play it.
Who
Oh,
knows?
cool. Hey, Mark, this did the same thing to me as did last time, where it like dumps out of the call.
Oh, that's
in the
cool.
back.
Well,
Yeah, it's
imagine some witty style jingle that was not AI orchestrated.
Oh no,
by
I'll
the
just
way.
dump back in. Give me a second here,
Yeah,
but
just-
it's weird because it did
this-
it to it the last time.
This was
See?
multi-tracked in Larry's studio over a span of like minutes.
Okay, try this again.
All right.
See?
Wow.
So the topic this
I'm
month,
impressed.
Yeah, the topic
Yeah,
this
we had
month is
something for
spring
that.
cleaning, and I think we had many reactions to that topic of like, again, are we doing this again? Yes, but here's our
Still
take on it
cleaning up
this
from
year.
last year.
We all love to talk about. Everyone likes to talk about spring cleaning in the sense we're organizing things, we're doing things better, whatever. But we figure, you know what? There's a reason you have to clean up. So we're going to talk about the grime, the dirt, the filth, the nastiness that we created ourselves that we then get to go clean up. So we're going to focus on the bad habits, the lazy fixes, the bad design choices, the institutional nonsense, all that stuff that's been stinking up higher ed AV all year, and also focus on how many of our temporary solutions have now become like structural landmarks at this point. So
If it gets
that's
enough
our take.
patina
We're
on
get-
it,
so
it's
in the
just
sense
historic.
of spring cleaning, we're just going to focus on the dirt at this
dirt,
point.
the grime.
We're getting filthy today, folks.
We're going to roll around.
We're
We're
gonna-
going to wallow in our own
We're
filth.
going to talk about hot desking.
I have this filthy commercial I could run.
Larry.
will have to leave.
Come on, Larry.
There's no
It's
commercials
Larry's
on
favorite
topic.
commercial. Oh, there'll be a commercial on this
Oh,
episode.
there's now.
Larry's putting his foot down.
Who's going? Who's gonna get filthy here? Who's going first? Flip
I
a
mean,
coin.
I can go
Chris.
if no one else
Let's
wants
go.
to.
All right, yeah. So let's go with the person who traveled the farthest to be here today. So Justin, nope, too late. Larry, go.
Me?
Me?
Oh, Larry?
Okay, mine is an annual strategic choice I make, which keeps putting me in a worse position every single year.
Doing that.
I
Staying
wish I
at
could, but
UNGCG?
it makes sense every time I make it. So I've been here at UNCG for 6.5 years. They did not have a refresh schedule plan before I got here. And so there were several buildings across campus that were in desperate need of updates. One of those buildings was about 2 years into my time here. And so once I got here, I had it on the schedule. We were going to do it. I got word from facilities and planning that that building was going to be renovated the following year. And so I could either invest the resources, invest the time to replace the 8 systems in that building, or I could say, oh, we'll keep it running for a year. And then the building comes down, we'll be fine.
Be fresh and new. Yep.
Refresh and new. I can
Just like fresh laundry.
I can fix that building over there that's going to be here for 8 years, or I can fix this one that's going to be gone in a year. It's an easy choice.
Right.
You invest in the one that's going to be here.
Seems logical.
However, I also learned something fascinating about the state I now live in. Apparently, a budget is an optional thing that the state legislature doesn't pass very often. I think in the 6 years I've been here, they have passed 2 budgets. The rest of the time, it just works off the previous budget, whenever that happened to be passed, with operating expenses only. Any capital projects either have to find magic money moved around or
defer
get
to later.
deferred to later. So this building I put off 2 years ago, found out that budget was not going to happen. And so it was going to happen the following year. So the following year, I'm in exactly the same predicament where do I invest the resources or let it sit another year?
So you're already like multiple years behind on this.
Yeah. And
Just
the first
festering,
year,
wallowing,
How many
just a
years
pile of
into-
stink.
How many years into the 2 years are you?
I just found out it's getting pushed again. However, not a full year. It is now getting pushed a half year. Demolition should
Oh.
start in the spring of 27.
I think
And it was
they're
originally
pulling
supposed to start in
away.
like 21.
It was originally I was supposed to replace the equipment in 23. I found out 24, they were going to take it down. So we pushed it. So now the building that, when I was originally going to do it, it was an 8-year-old building, or an 8-year-old system. Not a terrible place to be. It's now the oldest systems on campus, and now it needs to be done. But instead of the same question I'm asked every year with, well, I can keep it going for another year. Now I only need to keep it working for 3 months.
Just replace one of all the systems in there. I did the same thing. I went in and I replaced everything, and then they came in like the next month and said, "Oh, by the way, we're going to
It's all
renovate this.
offline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now, we're going to do it now."
It's an emergency
Oh my God.
asbestos abatement. Get your
Here
stuff
come the
out
guys
right
down
now.
the hall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So
it-
surprise. Maybe
it's
just go do one. That way, you only partially waste your time, and then maybe it'll happen.
Those are really sticky, messy situations to be in because
It's a gamble.
it's weird when you make that investment because leadership's going to expect, even if you made it all new today, Larry, here you are, bang. It's going to be 3 years before you're even going to use that again. You're going to put it all in. 2 months later, you're going to have to go take it all out, and now you got to store it.
Oh no!
Right? Or do you just
Nope,
put it in other
reallocation.
inventory? Right. And so now it's like, okay, but we often see groups are like, oh, we just want to keep all this and we're going to sit on it. Can you guys store it over here for us until we're ready to come back and get it? It's like, no,
No.
it doesn't work like that.
Nope. The art department just got an upgrade. That's what happened.
And I'm still convinced every year I make the right choice, and it puts me in a worse position.
But did you?
I think I did, but it's making me feel dirty.
Queasy and dirty. You need a shower.
I feel dirty.
This is an annual, like, seasonal thing. Is it always like right now, every spring it comes to this, and you're like, oh, here we go again.
We do our planning, and then we find out if the budget passed or not. And
It's like a lot of higher education, like budget planning is like, in a perfect world, which I know does not exist, we would do this, and we know we're not going to get budget, so we're actually only going to do this.
Well, and part of the challenge is when the news of the budget finalized or not comes down, is like, okay, here it is March, and where you've got the budget. I'm like, great, now you have a month to get all your stuff spent out and hope it all comes in by June. And
Oh yeah, no. Okay,
Love it.
terrible, mucky,
Yeah.
festering.
I'll go ahead and move on.
Go ahead, move on.
I've actually felt pretty sleazy just this last 2 weeks.
It shows.
more so than normal, or
More so than normal.
Yeah.
Normally I'm kind of shady and gross, but now I feel sleazy. Over the many years that I've worked here, I've inherited a lot of programming and not a lot of time, and I was the only one that did things, and I did that, and I did this, and
sucker.
there
Very
may have been
many
times when let's just say there might be a company out there that uses software like called Global Configurator Plus or Pro, where I wasn't a pro, so I just used 2 pluses and made them work right. And so I found a lot of loopholes and workarounds, and did some really shady things over the years. But I was the one that had to deal with it, so no big deal, right?
It worked.
Great. I've done it. I've got a fantastic staff now. We've got them all trained up. They have more certifications than I do. They've been through all the trainings. They are rocked and ready to go and prove their worth. And they're now identifying all of those spaces.
Like, Jamie, what is this?
Oh, I feel
this
so
thing over
dirty. And they're
here?
like, we got to clean this up. I'm like, good luck with that. Oh, by the way, when you do that, you're going to break that other one because I had to bounce the control off of one to do the other thing. Oh, it's nasty work. I can't believe I did it. And these people are there. I just feel gross that I like took all of. It's like, here's a shovel. Go clean out my chicken coop. Have fun.
Hey,
That's
Jamie,
bad.
I was once told a secret by another programmer. Always program something as if the next person who opens up your code is a serial killer with your home address.
Sure.
Like, make sure it is clean and easy to work on. And
Nobody's got time for that.
I was gonna say, Larry, I'm curious what this integrator corporate culture was like then.
Yeah.
Serial killers working there.
it was a higher ed place. It was Gary
There was
Cummins.
always a guy at my window with a knife. Tink, 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 tink.
Let me see that.
Stand
Look at your
outside and watch your
syntax.
family sleeping.
But I do, because they keep coming to me now, like, yeah, we were investigating what's wrong with this. And
What's going on with this?
I'm like, oh, sorry.
See, I know it's bad when somebody comes across the thing and is like, Mark, this says it was compiled on your old laptop. Do you know where that is? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't.
I'm going to say at
We're
this
probably
point,
going to have to replace that program.
I'm going to say at this point, you're way smarter than me. So why don't you just go ahead and just blitz it and redo it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's the thing. Is
Those
I'll
of you
ask somebody,
listening,
what's
you
what's
know.
the date on the archive? Oh, does it predate COVID? Redo it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
So I do. I just, now they're coming to me and I'm really proud of them, but I'm the one. I'm like, good luck. I'm sorry. Go clean up my crap. Get it done.
yeah.
So I do. This spring cleaning, yes, we're going to take care of some business, and oh, it's all my fault. But I'm in charge now, so they get to do it.
You're uncovering the tracks you tried to cover up for
Oh,
years and
yes.
years.
Don't go looking in there.
Yes, the statute of limitations has not run out on a few of them, and I don't know what to do.
I don't know about that. That must have been before I was here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Next.
I've heard rumors of that one. I'll go. This has been a long journey of a project that's been going on for a long time. I think this project actually started when we took delivery of this building I'm sitting in, Chris. You remember this building? This is
I was
Lining
there.
University. You were here,
he was there.
and
I
so
was there when
I delivered it.
you delivered it. Yeah,
rules were written.
here you go, and it just fell out of the back of his
This was
trunk.
on the curb. You want it?
But as part of this building, the dream, we had these big classrooms and we had this common production environment betwixt
God.
all of these rooms.
I know where you're going with this.
Yes, this
He knows
space,
the building.
it was just wild, right? It's been this constant state of renovation. When we first got it, it was the most complicated space ever. It came with like 100-page operating manual just to like turn it on. We're like, what is going on here? And we're talking like a historic museum of AV decisions were made to make this thing work. So base is like you have the big rooms.
It
These are
already
like
sounds really
multi-hundred
Yeah.
student rooms, all with production systems in it, going to a common facility, which is like a small studio with a bunch of workstations that are for those rooms. And this is like, I don't know if it's best of breed or worst of breed of the moment when these things were going on. A lot of old digital media backbone, but the bad digital media. We're talking like multi-mode fiber connections all coming up into one core. A
Multi-mode. That's
1080i
fun.
PTZ camera systems in here.
Those
Right.
the
That were all
best.
SDI runs, by the
All
way.
SDI runs reclocked with fiber and all the stuff coming vertical in the building.
What?
So we, it's
I feel dirty you just describing it.
Yeah. It just
yes,
doesn't sound fun.
this is wild, right? And so AVB going on in here for
Ooh.
audio vertical up and down. Cisco codecs once
Ooh.
roamed this earth in this space. Four
At
of
the
them.
time, this
Yes.
sounds like it was pretty premium.
Right. And
Today, you
It
want
had
to
a
puke.
premium price.
it had a premium price. It did what it did, but
I bet it
the
did.
problem was as we
Oh,
started
well.
to do room upgrades in the space, right? So we made this concerted effort. We're going to start moving over to AV over IP. This room has had several stages of like, well, we're doing an upgrade here, but we got to keep the legacy stuff there because that's the workflow because we haven't upgraded that room yet.
No.
And so
What
now
was
you
the,
have
what was the encoder and the elemental encoder in there?
Yeah, that's not
That
in
I could
anymore.
hear it down the freaking hall
Yes. So
the whole time.
it's a staged migration, right? Which is the worst thing you can do is try to keep legacy systems intact while like surrounding them with new systems. So it's every adapter and patch cable and this is like
It's like
just a-
plastic surgery gone wrong.
it's like a bad like tool shed, right? You
Yeah.
just don't want to go in there. Things are going to be falling off the walls and falling like it's that like it's just dirty, mucky, grimy.
Full of spiders.
But I was like, you know what? I have 2 engineering students that are about to graduate.
Oh, you're a jerk.
Oh,
Dude.
dude.
So
And I can keep them from graduating until
we
they finish this.
have embarked on this journey over the winter, and here we are. We're finally starting to see it, but we are like in the mud right now. I'm like, we're going to do all the infrastructure, rip it down, and we've rebuilt it like twice already in the last 3 months because we finally made a decision. We're not keeping any legacy. We are letting it all go. We're finally doing the upgrades this summer. We've taken out the 5 workstations, whittled it down to 1 workstation that you need and 1 backbench location. 2 digital mixers, the ATEM switcher, way more streamlined, but it's still like all blown apart in there. Like, and it's just wild. And this, I mean, I feel bad because over the years, I've intentionally put a lot of these workarounds in there, and there's a lot of like, oh, this route is this route, and you put the poster on the wall, and this is how you do this, and we feel like we're kind of starting to push that stuff out, but it is one of the worst spaces to have to move forward because untangling it means like committing. You have to commit to make a massive mess, and along the way, you're coming across every one of those little decisions that we've made. So you're getting to relive 10 years of history of workarounds, which is just fascinating.
There's a little bit of it pisses me off when you get done with something of that size and scale in a modern system, and you find out that you essentially have 4 network lines and an Ethernet switch and a computer, and you just took away 7 racks worth of gear.
Yeah, there was 3 full racks in there. And we're like, well, this giant 32 by 32 fiber thing that can just go out to pasture.
Because last summer we kind of renovated a similar, like the whole building kind of thing, and I walked in at one point and just said, F it, just cut it all out. It's easier to pull the 7 new network cables than it is to try to do anything with
Just remember
this.
when you cut behind the rack, because I've done that, make sure there's not a power cable hidden in there. Because
It's just 110. It's just 110.
Well,
But
a reciprocating saw blade will not shock you, but it will spark like a good 4th of July firecracker. So
I will say though, Drew and Eli, the 2 students that have been heading this up, awesome. They have jumped in feet first, documenting, going around. They are the next generation of people who are going to be working on the trucks and all these spaces. That they are amazing. They are doing it. They are repatching things down, repulling, do all the stuff. They're full on in there.
So contact Mark.
If you need 2 people that are looking, if you need a complex production environment, you need 2 amazing students. Let me know.
Hey, Mark, I do have a question just for my own curiosity. I know that your department is located in Link, the building that currently
makes it worse.
Was that because up front you realize how complex this is, or is that because after everything was in there and you figured out how much complex
That's
it
actually
is?
interesting. There's a bit of a story to it, Larry, that the leadership recognized this is probably going to be a fairly complex space. You guys should probably be here just in case it doesn't go right. And so they moved us. That's how we got there. So Chris was like here during that exact tenure of time.
We want you to be here when the tree falls on the house, so you
Yeah.
can see it too.
But yeah, this
No,
is
so you
it's-
can
it's-
catch the tree.
Yeah, here's the chainsaw. Don't be the
But
person that cuts it
imagine
down.
that time where you have a Dante, an AVB, an SDI, 1080i, fiber from digital media coming up as multi-mode, and Cisco codecs, all kind of interwoven into just a nasty quagmire of nonsense. I've had it.
By the way, if you go back and read, and I don't know how many of you do this, read Dante Alighieri's Inferno, and you go through the cantos, the layers of hell. There is one in there specifically for the consultants who specified one codec per building that you could route around to different spaces.
Yeah, that's not.
They get their own little level wedged in there.
Ooh.
Justin, what you got?
Yeah, Justin, let's go.
Well,
Do not say consultants.
I'm
How
not.
dare you?
Or
It's on
business
my
school.
list.
Okay.
But you can say Cisco codec.
Yeah.
So this is kind of, I've got two examples. One you've heard me talk about before is we've got a lot of messy systems out there because of how we are funded. So if client doesn't want to pay for the space, then it just sits. So we've got to keep systems running for 20, 30 years. And you can imagine the dirt and filth and, oh, this system has 3 amps and 2 of them are just sitting there. You know,
But they have
not
uniform
hooked up.
audio coverage though, right?
It's like, why?
But that
why
audio
the
coverage is
hell?
choice.
Yeah. When the speakers work, it sure does.
If you're in the right spot in the room under the working speaker,
If that speaker works, you're great. If it doesn't, then sorry. So that's a big one. Another one that we haven't really talked about that's kind of been on my mind lately as we are running around with our hair on fire trying to get these buildings done for ribbon cuttings last week and this coming week. Everybody's pretty stressed out, and
We
all
need a
breaking
building here. We're about to
processes.
cut the ribbon.
So we're all breaking processes. But, you know, I started thinking about it more. We're just breaking processes more often right now, and we've always been breaking processes. And it's, you know, not just our department. I feel like the whole university's basically guilty of this. Every project manager runs things differently, right or wrong. You know, there's no continuity there. It's hard to get everything documented when the PMs are on your ass to get the next estimate out. It's hard to get everything installed and labeled correctly when you're trying to do ribbon cuttings and go back after the ribbon cutting and make it work. And it's just a lot of that right now. I think we all need to calm the F down. Just everybody calm down so we can get some of this stuff done right. At least maybe
you
adhere
guys
to
are like trying to make things look right, not necessarily
10%.
be right.
we are going to make things look very functional, and it's going to be not bad,
Smoke
and things are going to work,
It's gonna be fine.
and everything's going to work out. Yeah, I'm like, we have a good team.
Nobody
we really
freak
do.
out here. Everything's good.
It's just-
fine.
You know, I've been kind of explaining to people that if you expect a train to be on time, you know, the train engine hits a certain spot at 10 a.m. right?
Amtrak's never on time, sir.
So if Amtrak's on time,
not when Mussolini's running things.
but let's say that engine misses their mark, the front of the train, by an hour. Do you expect the caboose to be on time?
How long
Yeah.
is
Look
this
at you
train?
like,
All the way around.
no, wait, I don't. What do you mean? Because we're the caboose
Typically,
in the
yes.
project, and that's when processes get thrown out the window just to get
It all
things done.
becomes apparent
So
when you guys are
it's
on
a
site.
I get it. It's a balance. Everybody's busy, but at some point,
Mhm.
we have to go. We have to do better.
And this is
classes start on the
exactly how
1st.
Jamie programming problems happen.
Yes.
Oh,
And
fix
so
that
it's
later.
just. It's been.
I'll get back to it. I'll fix it. It's my
There
problem.
There is no going back. You're there. It's going to the moon, and you're never going
No,
to see it
we
again.
we have to go back because we're tempered in to a degree where it is
Is it-
functioning,
this is
but
what-
not fully functional. So, you know, for example, are the headphones in the gamer's ears going to work for all Dante for streaming the day after the ribbon cutting? No, and everybody knows that, and that's fine. And so we've worked with the client on setting expectations. The client's good with everything. It's just we're doing a lot to appease a ribbon cutting. And it's a lot of it's wasting time. You know, we had people hurry up.
Newspaper
and
pictures
guess
are going
what?
to look so just perfect.
Yeah. But, you know, we broke a TV. It's like, guys, we got to slow down.
Like for
Was that,
fun? Or?
is that why your head hurts?
No, that one was not the one that I did not
Smashed your
break.
head.
I think somebody was pushing too hard on the glass and it cracked, and we tested it before we hung. And
I'm just curious.
it's just there's a lot of things that are like, all right, it's enough. We got to slow down, take our time, and do this right. Even if the temp stuff that we're doing, we have to do that part right, or we're going to screw ourselves later. So that's just my thing.
I foresee
my
this being
soapbox
a
this week.
bigger problem even after the fact. After this ribbon cutting happens, the ceremonial,
Sure.
I believe you're going to have a nightmare scheduling time to come back and remedy it. That's
It's-
always the process.
it's always
Getting
difficult
back in
because
is almost impossible.
It's difficult. We have to. It's already on our books.
Yeah.
But we are also getting pressure from all those smaller projects that we haven't paid
You
attention
haven't do
to.
it exactly because your time is
And-
already
and
sucked
so
up somewhere else.
Things are compressing, and something's going to have to give. And
Yeah.
you know, we're coming up on summer, so there's just a lot of things that we really need to figure out as a group.
Yeah, no, that is a really messy time in a project because
And it's in the middle of the semester when we should be planning. We're not doing any planning right now. We're just hair on fire. So when's summer
Go.
getting you know, it's
just go. Just keep
and
going.
it starts
Put
the
your head down.
domino.
Blast
so
through.
yeah,
Are you
we
even
got
allowed to
guys
do anything
working
like that? Yeah.
we got guys working 70, 80 hours a week right now overtime. Our internal people trying to get this stuff done. So
is there that many hours in a week? Hold
I
on.
don't think there is.
No,
there is.
That's
removed most of them.
120 hours.
You can
during
work
the
seven
week?
tens.
Lucky hours is different.
I've worked 7/10s before. I know 70
All right.
hours.
Here's just a thought. Like if you didn't take an entire month off for Christmas, you might have been able to fit this.
Oh man.
So
Oh,
well, so we worked over Christmas to hit other deadlines. And we're gonna get that flex time. And
I'm glad you're
Oh.
here this Friday, Larry.
you
Yeah,
totally
yes.
missed your opportunity. Saying the guy that's never here.
So yes, the university closes for 2-3 weeks during Christmas, but a lot of us worked at least 2 of those weeks to try to head some of this off. So
Huh.
it's a big project. It's a lot to do.
This is where champions are made right here, Justin.
Yeah,
This is where
it's
people
like,
can like
all right, let's put
emerge
on
from the
our-
flames and like be the heroes. You're there.
Yep. And so we're involved. We're, you know, everybody's on board. Everybody's pulling their weight, but it's
It's dirty
everybody's
work.
doing good work at the same time. Everybody's forgetting a lot of important work, and it's
You want me
just,
to drive down there? I can pour some gasoline on this
we
with
need
my
some help.
programming
If you wanna-
skills.
we need some
Jimmy can
we need some
program the
install-
shit out of this.
I'll program
Yeah.
the shit out of it, man. You
why don't
want
just stay
you want Dante in their
there?
headphones? They're getting all
Oh,
of that
dude.
clock. Click, click,
I
click,
would-
click, 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 click,
all
click,
the
click, click,
buttons. That's right. All of them.
You just stay there, and I'll talk to Mr. Claude, and he'll program.
Claudia, he's fine. Claudia's good.
Yeah.
Chris, what kind of nasty muck of nonsense you got going up there as your snow's melting around you, sir? What's going
All
on?
right, so I had more snow this weekend, but I got a
Snow in
couple that I was kind of
Kentucky
brainstorming which ones that I kind of regret, but there's one that stands out. This is a regret thing. This is I made this mess. I'm stuck with it. It's now a multi-year problem. It's not a problem. It's a multi-year thing that every time I see it bothers me. So you all know how much I love short throw projectors.
They're great.
Everybody here loves short.
Everybody
projectors,
loves
Chris.
short throw
They're
projectors.
always straight.
Everyone.
They're
never,
always dialed in.
They're always
They
perfect
always
square.
have perfect geometry.
Yeah.
They're always in focus.
And the only thing I love more than a short throw projector is a short throw projector mount.
No.
On
The
a
only thing I
whiteboard.
love more than a short throw
Yes.
projector is a short throw projector that has interactivity.
Oh, sorry. Yes. You're
Oh
correct.
no!
So we have an entire building. I want to 13, 14 classrooms. Every single classroom has short throw projectors. This was built in 2015, I think. So
Sounds
that
about
just
right. Yeah. That was when
when this was like, this is the new hotness. You have to have these. Lots of natural light, lots of windows everywhere. So the short throw projectors naturally look terrible to start with. They're not even given a chance. Hey, you're only 5,000 lumens. Here's this room, suckers.
5,000 is
That'd be-
generous. They're
that'd be
usually
a lot. Yeah,
like
they're
the
two.
Yeah, they're like 3.
And
2 or
by the way,
3,000.
you can't get short throw projectors brighter than that because I looked.
There's one that Christie used to make that was 5,000.
Well, you said
6,000.
Christie, so that's not even on my list. So
Yeah.
I have that
And it-
domain blocked at the firewall. So
Jesus.
I had the conversation. Oh wait, and it gets worse. So let's make the projected images worse. And again, this wasn't me. This was 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago. Let's make the projected images worse by not putting in screens. We'll just project
Whiteboard?
on the walls.
On the walls. Okay.
We'll paint the
perfectly
walls purple.
And the walls will be
Yeah, what-
painted with the whiteboardish paint.
What level of finish? Just
Yes.
The level
Yes.
of finish is so on a level of 1 to 5 as far as your sheetrock
Negative
level.
1.
This was finished at about
2.5.
a half.
Yeah.
So
No,
It's
and it's
all
marker
rough.
board whiteboard paint,
Yes.
right?
textured wall.
it's marker board textured walls that looks like the
Yes.
ocean.
Yes.
So these are just great all around. There's many other compromises of this space. One of these is I'm going to give a tour of this building.
Why don't you
You
just
said these are
project on a
interactive,
rock?
yes? Or no, these are not interactive.
They were interactive.
Okay.
With a marker board. With a marker.
When I
Once.
replaced the lamp versions with laser ones about 5 years ago,
Wait, what?
when I took the lamp ones out that were 5 years old,
You put them back in?
no, I put lasers in because all
Standard.
lamp projectors must die.
Standard laser.
Larry,
or
I
short
inherited
throw
a
laser?
project before I got there, and they were like, by the way, here's the 40 projectors. I was like, wait, what?
I remember.
I
you
remember
were
this.
squawking about this, having to apply all these
Yes.
projectors. In the closet.
Yeah.
We did not plug the interactive sensors back in. It took 14 months for anyone to notice. We now know the one person who teaches in there with interactivity, and we go around every semester and make sure that room works. The rest of them don't. Anyway,
I
so
thought you were gonna
as
say we
part
just
of
bought her a tablet.
redoing this entire building, we had the opportunity. Hey, these projected images are not that big, 105 inches, 110, something like that. Like, let's just put in big monitors, like that would really dress up this space. And in talking with our facilities team, it came down to like the way these walls are constructed, the way that they applied the coating on here, the way they did these. You're going to be in about 10 grand per wall to take the projectors out, clean it up, repatch it, reapply the whiteboards crap, which always goes floor to ceiling because you need that. That's important. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
So you can't just clean up. It would have been all sorts of things. We're like, okay, fine. We'll just put in, and again, I feel real dirty about it. We'll just put in short throws again.
Yeah.
By the way, the one good point, and Mark, you brought it up, the mounts. We were able to reuse the old mounts with the new projectors, and they just freaking work. So there we go.
We
Anyway,
did a project that we had to do custom metal plates. Remember those plates, Chris? I think you might have even
the
been here
Smart
for
Tech
that.
ones, yes, yeah.
Those were
Anyway, so now I've got all these rooms, and we're finishing up the last 2 of like the 14 in the building or whatever. And every room, by the way, has multiple short throw projectors because that's science. We're doing engineering in here. We need to be able to see stuff
Science.
everywhere. It's just the worst type of there was no thought given to discus. There was no thought given to Pisker. There was no thought given to appropriate image size elements. It was just like, we're going to throw crap on these walls and it's fine. And it's just like, great. And so I kind of all right, fine. We'll just leave them in there. And now, like I said, every time I walk past that building, I'm just like, yeah, we're screwed for another 10 years.
It's really
So-
difficult to fix a infrastructure mistake on a new build. To Chris's point, it takes a lot of money sometimes to move a projector and power in the right spot, redo a wall, move a camera so it doesn't see a light hanging down.
But
Well,
in
that's my
this
favorite.
particular
This building, by the way,
instance-
has that problem. You have a PTZ camera and there's a light right there.
Yep, that's yeah.
Larry, go ahead.
But in this particular instance, did you consider putting large LCDs on the front?
Yes, that was the initial plan.
Okay.
Every projector was getting tossed,
That's
and we
a
were
lot
going
of
big
money.
monitors.
And
But there's no
you
power pathways on that front wall.
you had
That's a lot
power
of
on the
money just
front
to do
wall
that.
because the projector was
those are the
there.
projectors. It's somewhere up there.
Projectors
Yeah.
way up there.
on
So
the ceiling.
here's your guys.
I
gonna
would
love this.
rather have Pan do it to the monitor than have short.
You're
I
gonna
would rather have
power
many
You
things
see
things
like
that I
a
have done differently.
foot of
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
Guys.
Here's the other thing
bless.
that you guys you're going to love this one. So
Ugh.
when they installed these, they mounted the short throw projectors because again, the room has like there's 3 on this wall, 2 on that wall. Mark, it's like that room in Link. It's basically that, but now I have 14 of them.
Gross.
Well, but somebody pointed out, yeah, very much so. Somebody pointed out, well, to be interactive, it probably needs to be 84 inches and lower so people can actually reach it. But
84 inches.
So,
yeah, it's 7
That's
feet.
pretty-
That's how tall whiteboards are.
Yeah, but not white boys. White boys are not that tall.
84 to 36. Go to your math. 48 inches tall. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
I got you.
So that's how the interactive projectors were mounted. Now, keep in mind, they're all interactive, but whatever. That's how the ones with interactivity were mounted. The ones next to it, someone was like, oh, well, let's compromise and let's have a bigger image so people can see in the back. So all these rooms had like different sized images coming off of these things. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm going to go one better.
No,
I didn't build this. I'm just telling you
it's
about it.
already gross.
No. They clearly had issues compromising on, do we want whiteboards or chalkboards? So there are classrooms
No, that's just a bad leadership.
with both.
No. I don't believe any of this anymore.
I'm going to take photos of this stuff, and you guys are going to
You're
go,
just
what is
making
happening
stuff
here?
up
This
now.
isn't even a real story. Yeah.
Just making it up.
Anyway,
Written by
so I feel dirty
ChatGPT.
having not had, I had the opportunity. I fixed everything else in the building, infrastructure, power, lectern placement, everything I did. I didn't fix the short throw projectors with large monitors, and I feel dirty about it.
And it nags you every time you even make eye contact with the building.
I hate it's
You can still
that's
fix
the other
that.
frustrating thing. It's a fantastic looking building. The finishes are great. It looks really cool. I hate that the fact there's filters in there.
Except for the stupid AV people put all these things in there.
I'll follow you forever.
Well, just wait. You can put one of those roll down LEDs up there and replace all of them.
'Cause that'll be
Solve
affordable.
all my problems.
People will touch them. Like,
Sure. Why not?
Swing.
yeah, sweet.
Can we get those tab tensioned?
Tab tension
So
rollable
the
LED
tabs will just
screens.
rip pixels off the side.
Shooting across the room.
Oh.
Ah, what the hell was that?
Oh, that was a pixel.
I need that pixel back. So-
Now I feel like we all need a shower for that.
all right.
After all that dirty, nasty,
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
Probably
muddy
does.
garbage.
Also, we're over time, so I say we just roll out of
Get the
here.
hell out of here.
Let's do
Do
We'll
it.
be back next
Welcome
week.
to spring, everybody.
Wait, this is April, so we can't do that.
I
So
don't
it's
know when
April,
we're-
so yeah, spring stuff. Go clean things up.
However you're hearing this, you'll hear it again some other time. So
We'll
Yeah.
be back whenever you're listening to this, we'll be back next week with a show.
just
I don't know what show or when this is.
trust the process.
Thanks for putting up with yet another episode of AV SuperFriends On Topic. You can contact us with questions, topic ideas, or general complaints at avsuperfriends.com.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
The opinions expressed by the AV SuperFriends are solely those of the individuals and do not represent their respective institutions, organizations, companies, or clients.